Hi everyone. May peace be with you all. I am Masood Saeed, a social science psychologist. Have you ever wondered why it feels like men and women exist in different planes of thought and deeds? The answer lies in a fusion of psychology, history, and scholarly analysis. Let's dive into the psychological differences that exist between the sexes. American psychologist Carol Gilligan posits in her pioneering book, In a Different Voice, that women and men process thoughts differently. She proposes that women tend to think more in terms of relationships and duties, providing nurture and care. In contrast, men exhibit a tendency toward individuality and rights, focusing on self-reliance and autonomy. Now, let's look at this from a historical perspective. Renowned historian Gerda Lerner, in her seminal work, The Creation of Patriarchy, puts forth an argument that societal norms and power dynamics honed over centuries have had a significant influence on shaping gender roles and perceptions. She contends that power structures have been manipulated over time to reinforce these roles. So, in essence, we see that psychology and history provide interesting facets on understanding the gender differences. The complex tapestry of gender disparities is woven with threads of societal norms, individual thought processes, and historical structures. So let your curiosity lead you further on this intriguing journey. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons to stay updated. Welcome back. Building upon our exploration of gender, let's delve deeper into an intriguing question. Why does the opposite gender attract individuals to each other? It's a vast topic, but we'll try to shed some light on it from both a psychological and spiritual perspective. We'll start with renowned psychologist David Buss's theory on evolutionary psychology and mate selection. Buss, in his book, The Evolution of Desire, Strategies of Human Mating, Buss, 1994, posits that humans are biologically programmed to seek certain traits in a potential mate. For instance, men may be drawn to women who exhibit signs of fertility and youth, which are indicators of the ability to bear children. Women, on the other hand, may be attracted to men who demonstrate resources and stability, indicating an ability to provide for a family. Now, let's shift our perspective to the spiritual realm. Referencing the works of Muslim scholars like Jamal Badawi in his article Gender Equity in Islam, Badawi, 1995, we understand that spiritual and emotional attraction between genders is not merely a physical phenomenon, it encompasses emotional, intellectual, and spiritual dimensions as well. They believe that the mutual attraction between genders is a divine design meant to foster companionship, love, and procreation. In conclusion, attraction is a complex interplay of many factors: biological, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. Understanding this, as proposed by Buss, 1994, and Badawi, 1995, can help us appreciate the beauty and intricacy of human relationships. As we move to the next part of our exploration, remember that understanding is the first step towards acceptance. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share to stay updated with our journey. Having delved into the historical and psychological perspectives of gender in our previous sections, our exploration would be incomplete without understanding the inception of gender recognition and sexual understanding in children. This forms the crux of our journey today in Scene 3. Research shows that children start recognizing gender stereotypes as early as 2 years old, Although the understanding of these stereotypes is rudimentary at this stage, they identify toys, clothing, and activities as for boys or for girls. By the age of 3, most children can label themselves as a boy or a girl, and by 4 or 5, they start developing a fuller understanding of the societal roles associated with their gender. But when do children grasp the concept of sexual relationships? It's a gradual process. Around the age of 7 to 9, children begin to understand the biological aspects of procreation. However, the emotional and relational aspects of sexual relationships are often not fully understood until adolescence. Understanding these developmental stages can significantly aid us in navigating conversations about gender and sexuality with children. It helps us to introduce these concepts appropriately, fostering a healthy and respectful understanding of the gender spectrum from a young age. As we move to the next part of our exploration in Scene 3, remember that understanding is the first step towards acceptance. So, let's dive deeper into this fascinating topic in the next scene. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share to stay updated with our journey. As we navigate the multifaceted gender spectrum in Scene 4, we delve into an examination of the psychological variances between the sexes. Distinguished psychologist Simon Baron-Cohen, author of The Essential Difference, proposes that women tend to excel in empathizing, whereas men are generally superior in systemizing. Baron-Cohen's extreme male brain theory of autism suggests that autism is an intensification of the male pattern, that is, the systemizing tendencies. However, this categorical view of gender is questioned by psychologist and author Cordelia Fine in her influential book, Delusions of Gender. Fine challenges these fixed gender stereotypes and argues that these differences are greatly shaped by societal norms and expectations rather than being innate. She urges us to examine how society's expectations mold our perceptions of gender roles. Adding to this discourse in Scene 4, we move to the Muslim scholarly tradition where theologian Al-Ghazali in his work Ihya Ulum al-Din accentuates the spiritual equality of men and women. He asserts both are human beings who have the same origin, return to the same end, and are servants of the same Lord. This viewpoint underscores that despite the existence of different tendencies, the spiritual essence of both genders is equal. For an in-depth understanding of these topics, we recommend The Essential Difference by Simon Baron-Cohen, Delusions of Gender by Cordelia Fine, and Ihya Ulum al-Din by Al-Ghazali. These seminal works present a plethora of knowledge and provoke thought about the psychological dimensions of gender. Note that this exploration doesn't seek to confine individuals within boxes. Instead, it aims to comprehend the wide-ranging spectrum of gender in all its diversity. It encourages the appreciation of complex human nature and the variety it brings in the fourth scene. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons to endorse our content.